Well, thank you, members of the fourth estate. Now, sometime on the 21st or 22nd day of January last month, this year, we had an operation that commenced with the Kenya traffic police officers colliding or working together with the NTSA. And this operation led to the crackdown of matatus, famously or popularly known as Nganyas. So we saw in Rongai, there was a matatu by the name of Ambush, another one by the name of Money Heist that was impounded due to a complaint that was made that there were some touts that were misbehaving on the road. But that is not really the point. The point is this, that today we have received a court order from my Lord Justice Bahati Mwamuye, and has ordered that the National Transport Safety Authority, the NTSA, together with the traffic police officers, that they should act within the confines of the law. It has been the habit of the NTSA and the police officers to impound motor vehicles, to behave as if they are the judges, they are the prosecutors. They impound vehicles, they take away the number plates belonging to these motor vehicles, rendering a lot of young men, the youths of this Republic of Kenya, who rely on this industry, rendering them poor and destitute. To an extent that we have had even an increase in crime, because we have young men who are not involved in any gainful activity, largely because the NTSA and the police officers in charge of the traffic have arrested, impounded, without any justification, lawful justification for that matter. So for that reason, we have had my Lord speak some sense to these people who are in these public offices and told them that they should forthwith release these motor vehicles that have been impounded without any court order or without any lawful justification. Secondly, because it has also been their habit of removing the number plates from these motor vehicles so that these motor vehicles cannot operate on the roads, they have been ordered to forthwith return the number plates belonging to these motor vehicles. It is our hope that they are going to respect the court order that has been issued by the courts, so that we remind ourselves that we are living in a constitutional democracy. We have the rule of law. We cannot have police officers or the members of the National Transport and Safety Authority behaving as if we are a lawless country, that we are a banana republic, so that they can make the law for themselves, implement it as they so wish or desire. If any of these young men, any of these matatu operators or owners have committed any unlawful act, we have courts of law. They need to be arraigned, we need to take charge and utilize the lawful procedures that are there. But for them to act in the manner that they have acted is unconstitutional, is unlawful, and has been stopped by the courts of law. Lastly, it is important that we mention that this industry has led to the employment of so many young men, young women, and even elderly members of the society. It takes quite a lot to prepare that matatu to be the Nganya that you see on the road. There are people who sell TVs. They are employed in Luthuli Avenue. They are employed by these people. There are people who participate in the artistic works so that you can see the ambush motor vehicle, you can see the Money Heist, you can see all these motor vehicles in this fashionable sense that they portray themselves in. So we should not run away from the reality that we are living in a country where we have many opportunities of employment. And if this industry has provided these opportunities of employment, it is important that we support them. By impounding their vehicles, taking away their number plates is not empowering. It's impoverishing people and creating a bedrock of violence and lawlessness in this country.
Well, as everybody is aware, I'm contesting to be the senator of Nairobi. These are my voters. They approached me to defend against what is blatantly illegal. One issue that is very clear is that the police and the NTSA impounded these vehicles since around November. Those vehicles are lying idle. Some at the police stations, some of these vehicles are at home because you can't be on the Kenyan road minus a number plate. Some of my members here were arraigned before this Milimani traffic court, and they were fined. There is no lawful order from any court of law in this country to impound and detain these number plates. We have gone to court because these people, as you can see, cannot afford to pay us. We have taken this matter purely on a pro bono basis. Why? There is a provision in the Constitution that talks about consumer rights. The consumers are the passengers. They have a right to choose which type of vehicle they will use. Government cannot force anybody to board a vehicle that they don't want to board. Kenyans have chosen their vehicles. They are in the hospitality industry. There are 5-star hotels. There are 4-star hotels. There is a kiosk. Everybody, even roadside, consumers of food will choose which ones to eat and where to eat. My clients are very clear that they are provided a certain form of a vehicle where you get the services you are paying for. And based on that, we have gone to court and invoked the right for consumers to choose. 2, we have invoked the right for citizens to have the best facilities in form of transport. 3rd, we have invoked in court the question of participation. All these people have leaders. They have their senators, they have their governors who are elected, they have their organizational structure called circles. None has been called to a round table conference. Based on that, I'm putting the leadership of Nairobi, from the county governor, to the county senator, to the county women rep, to the over 19 members of parliament, that this is an issue that every leader in Nairobi should address. To give a preview, Shadrach might not be knowing, I bought the first matatu in 1994. I drove matatus. I paid my school fees for law by the matatu industry. My matatus are operating between KU, Githurai, and Nairobi, stage 45. I know the pain these people are facing. As a former matatu investor and as a former matatu driver, I can associate with them. 2, the numbers of people who are feeding from these matatus is colossal. We cannot be telling our youth to go to clean toilets in Dubai instead of them being makangas in Kenya here. Where is the priority of government?